Hello patrons, James Stevenson back with your first James and Loki's Gems of the Week video in 2 weeks. I didn't do one last week because I was working on updating my forecast, reading through the 10K, made a couple of other videos, didn't make a James's Gems of the Week video last week. Loki, as you can see, is on assignment in Azerbaijan, so you won't have him in the video this week, but I do have it queued up already to the last couple of tweets that I liked at the end of the last video I made, and I'll just get you caught up to speed on every tweet I've liked since. Thus, James's Gems of the Week. So what do we have here? So this was the Tesla Goes Plaid Mike tweet that I covered last. Here's a tweet from Holmar's Catalog that I liked. James is a well-respected analyst on Tesla who has been here for years. I realize you guys probably haven't heard of him before, but he's not some YouTuber to us. Name-calling, etc. probably doesn't help convince people. Kirkhorn said we have work to do on costs for Megapack. Not 70% yet. So this is Holmar's blog on Twitter, replying in my defense, which I liked, and a bunch of other people did as well, when one of the Megapack maxis decided to just attack me some. So what's in this thread? I'm going to try to go through the drama as quick as I can here. 90% of Tesla retail on Twitter. How do you feel about these two Megapack maxis? Maximalists is what maxi is short for. They believe the most bullish possible expectations for how many megapacks Tesla can make, how fast, and how profitably they can sell them. And they won't settle for anyone believing anything less than the maximalist interpretation of how much Tesla's earnings are going to increase due to Megapack. And, you know, I'll be very happy if they end up being right, but I doubt that Tesla is producing 25 megapacks a day at a greater than 50% gross margin, and will ramp that to, whatever they think it is, 40 gigawatt hours worth of production by the end of this year or something. I mean, that would be a lot. It would be awesome. I mean, Tesla will get there eventually, but let's not expect Tesla energy margins anywhere close to 50% this year, and then we won't be disappointed when we see what Tesla reports. So that's kind of the sentiment of what Holmar's Catalog said here. 70% gross margins seems easy enough, LOL. Yeah, so JP, quote unquote, fake name of course, if you believe in FSD increasing the margins of cars sold, the software of energy is a magnitude greater. The unit economics of megapacks are 50 to 60% gross margins based on the cost to produce and sale price. So what these guys keep referring back to is a screen scrape or a web code scrape they got off of Tesla's website. They think they've discovered every single cost there is related to making megapacks, but they haven't because there are costs that are not on that list, The capital cost to create warehouses full of equipment that produces megapacks, to staff them with the people who work there, to give stock-based compensation to those folks. A lot of freight, warehousing, just lots of costs were not on that list. And some of those costs are high when you're at low volume. So it's better not to expect huge margins very quickly is the point here. So yeah, this guy's on about his sodium batteries, LOL. Also, can someone tell me what a maxi is? I just said. Maximalist. So that's what that was about, and I liked that tweet from Holmar's Catalog. Here's a tweet from Leo Ma at mocha_Bing Shah on Twitter. This is awesome work. I'm so impressed by the amount of effort you put into presenting the data In such a comprehensive and accessible way, this information is invaluable to anyone trying to compare the performance of these companies. So this is retweeting my charts here that I put in that thread. I made a video about this. You can go check that out. It's the one that has Car Dealership Guy on the video thumbnail and Doug DeMuro. So check that out if it's of interest to you. Here's a thread from Larry Goldberg at Tesla Larry on Twitter. Each year, I summarize the prior year warranty claims experience for Tesla. This often brings cries of foul from Tesla Q, but I deal with their fondest delusion in the fourth table. The fact is, there is a considerable reserve of profit margin buried in Tesla's warranty reserve. So the accounting rules demand that any time you sell something that might break, you need to accrue expense against that sale at the time you sell it and hold that money in a warranty reserve balance sheet account. That's a provision for you to be able to perform work under warranty later whenever that vehicle should happen to break. So you're supposed to use your best judgment to accrue as much warranty expense as you think is reasonable based on your expectations for the product you're selling and the cost of repairing it at the incidence percentage that such warranty work would be required while covered under the warranty. So that's what this thread goes through. I'm not going to read you every tweet in this thread. Larry's great at making long threads. But the point here is that Tesla is accruing plenty of warranty expense and isn't needing to spend it all. So there's extra money that as these cars come off warranty, will be able to come out of the accrued warranty balance sheet account. Next, a tweet from Brian Feroldi. If you buy individual stocks, you must watch their earnings. Here are 6 free investing tools that are massive time savers. I just thought these were good tips. Listening to earnings calls used to be a pain. This handle makes it easy, quarter, with no E. This free app allows you to pause, rewind, skip, and speed up calls. So that's a good thing. Want to read the transcript to get historical financials? The Ticker is my go-to. High-quality data plus transcripts from earnings and investor meetings. What growth are analysts expecting? Simply Wall Street has nice visualizations. You can see expectations for growth in revenue, net income, free cash flow, and more. Enter the ticker, then go to future growth. Looking for more analysis and opinions? Join Common Stock has a community of investors who openly share information and analysis with each other. What numbers are Wall Street expecting? Seeking Alpha earnings section has tons of useful information. There's also tons of garbage on Seeking Alpha, which is why I'm laughing. For many years, Tesla Q would post their ridiculous prognostications for Tesla going bankrupt on Seeking Alpha. So you can still find a bunch of those if you go looking for them. Prefer Twitter? These accounts share useful earnings information. So he plugs his buddy Brian Stoffel here, who also helps him post stuff quite a bit. I keep a Google Sheet with links to the most useful investing tools, podcasts, YouTube channels, books, and more. Want a free copy? Grab it here. Enter $0 to get it free from Brian Feroldi. .gumroad.com. Never seen that domain before. All right, so I like that thread. The next thing I liked came from Elizabeth at Miss Sanity on Twitter. I did a thing. Thank you. Your order is confirmed. So she got a lot of likes on her order of a white Tesla Model 3 with aero wheels. That is the base config by the look of it. And really happy anytime somebody chooses to buy a Tesla instead of somebody else's inferior automobile. Next, a tweet from Automotive News, at automotive_news on Twitter. Tesla raised prices in the U.S. of its best-selling vehicle, the Model Y, by $1,000 after the government raised the ceiling on the price of crossover electric vehicles eligible for tax credits. So, yeah, companies change their prices all the time. Tesla did a pretty big price reduction to begin the year, but by February 5th, already raising the price on the Tesla Model Y again. Here's a tweet from Farzad Misbahi. I wonder if folks that obsessively hate over a YouTube channel are aware that they are helping the creator earn more ad revenue. It's kind of funny. So I like that tweet. Next tweet from Stephen Mark Ryan. Tweet is wrong. Delete account. Repeat. What do we have here? Michael Burry has reactivated his Twitter account after saying sell and has now tweeted, "This time is different." And Elon said, "Cracks me up every time." So this is Stephen Mark Ryan describing what Michael Burry does. He tweets, he's wrong, he deletes his account, and then he repeats the cycle over and over again. So the other one that I liked, you may see later, Michael Burry has predicted 50 of the last 2 recessions. He always thinks there's a recession about to happen. Another one from Farzad here. Tesla has an advertising department. It's called EV Ads from GM, Ford, VW, and you get the point. The competitors advertising their EVs are going to get people doing their research to compare against Tesla. And Tesla compares favorably. Next, a tweet from Billy Kramer with a quick video on the history of Tesla. Let's click on this and get the audio.
Money at a level of $1 million every other hour.
I almost got arrested at one point for claiming that we'd do 5,000 a week. You're laughing now.
Yeah, so another good video from Billy Kramer. You didn't hear the beginning of it, so I'll let that play.
This is the first all-electric sports car, the Roadster, made by Tesla Motors.
The whole point of Tesla is to accelerate the advent of electric vehicles.
How much did you put into this company?
About $55 million.
$55 million of your own money.
Yeah.
It was bleeding money at a level of $1 million every other hour.
All right, so you got the whole video there. I should probably not play any more videos in this video. It's going to be long enough. I got a lot of likes here. The next one here is from Car Dealership Guy. Good breakdown, James. Your analysis is very thoughtful and revealing. I couldn't have a civil conversation with Doug as he was/is biased and spent his time attacking me as opposed to making logical points. A very low-class and emotional response from an otherwise good creator. So I liked that tweet because I agree with that. It's a shame when people can't get along on Twitter, and Doug DeMuro does make fun videos reviewing weird cars. If you haven't seen his content on YouTube, he's driven a lot of exotic, very fast cars that just have the wackiest drawbacks that amuse him and his viewers for him to talk about them. So, yeah, if you've ever considered dropping $250,000 on a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, go see if Doug DeMuro has a video about the model you're thinking about buying, and then, watch his review. See if that's a car you could live with on even a weekend only basis, right? Uh, it's he's pretty funny, but yeah, I wish he would get along with people on Twitter better. Oh well. Next, a tweet from Kathy Kitchler. Vanguard discloses 6.9% ownership of Tesla. So it's that time of the year, the season for filing 13 Gs, when we find out how much of Tesla each of the large institutionals own. So that was a good one. Next, a tweet from another executive producer of this program. Hey, I got two of them side by side here. Bradford Ferguson. The report cannot be both ripped off from you and also have the math wrong. One or the other. So this is another comment on JP not really getting along with people very well. So he's telling people, hey, everybody else has ripped off our research and projections and estimates, and also their math is wrong. Well, pick one. Come on. You're not implying that your own math is wrong, are you? It may be, but I don't think you would say it that way. Next, a tweet from Pierre Ferragut. The more I think, the more I drink coffee. Good research must be on its way. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cups of coffee here. Pierre uses a fresh cup every time he wants more coffee. That's unusual. But I like that tweet. That was fun. I drink coffee too. Got my big thermos here. Next, a tweet from Matt Smith at MattChasmMatt. I appreciate his perspectives, but he loses my respect by calling people losers, and especially by employing the most cringe phrase known to man, have fun staying poor. This is in reference to Ken at Pak Pak Chicken Genius. So this is somebody using a different tactic than Michael Burry's. Remember, we just said Michael Burry always thinks there's a recession that's going to happen next. And then when he's wrong, he deletes his account. Ken just makes all sorts of predictions about tops, bottoms, you should sell, you should buy, whatever. And then he just hopes you'll remember the ones that he was right about and forget all the ones he was wrong about. But if you go back and look at his record, he's just frequently, like he said Tesla was going to fall to $60 per share. Nobody holds him to that, but it's out there. If you want receipts, come to the receipt guy. But I've gotten myself into enough drama lately to not stir that one up as well, but it's out there if you want to go find it. Matthias Fons at FonsDK sent a tweet that I liked. Operating profit per employee for major U.S. auto manufacturers in 2022. Tesla $120,000, GM $63,000, Ford $35,000. So, yeah, and Tesla isn't done either. Elon mentioned 5,000 per week. By my math, that's like 260,000 vehicles per year, and Tesla passed that several years ago, and they're still going. They may be at 10 times that number for a run rate at the end of this year. So pretty amazing growth for Tesla. Cyber Mike sent a tweet at NW Mike. I made it to work without my Tesla catching on fire, but this ICE car didn't make it. Watch for the explosion. Boom. Hashtag prayer of the day, hashtag Tesla, hashtag life goals. So I think these are the owners standing, in the median off to the side. Wow. That's what happens with your gasoline-powered cars. People don't believe you that internal combustion engine vehicles are in danger of combusting, but that's only if they haven't seen this happen before. That's not a Hollywood special effect from a movie. That's real life. That internal combustion engine car just blew up. when the gas tank exploded, it's got, gasoline vapor in there that's combustible, right? Next is a tweet from Sawyer Merritt. Breaking, Tesla has entered into an agreement with In Our Store Inc. for a massive $438 million estimated megapack project in Ontario. Project is 250 megawatts, 1,000 megawatt hours. So this is the rate at which the energy can be drawn from the system, and this is the total amount of battery storage for the project. So this would be a 4-hour system. You take the 250 over the 1,000, and it can provide 4 hours worth of battery backup. Among the largest of its kind in the world, and Tesla will continue to book these contracts to provide megapacks to utilities, especially the ones that are running on renewable energy, but really any utility can benefit from having battery backup storage. And the auto bidder software that goes with that helps them make more money by saving up power when it's cheap and selling that power when the price is higher. Next, a tweet from Sawyer Merritt. News: Ford is expected to announce as soon as Monday it plans to build a new $3.5 billion lithium iron phosphate battery plant in Michigan. The plant is expected to be located around Marshall, Michigan, and eventually employ at least 2,500 workers. So, I don't just like Tesla news, there's also Ford here doing the right thing. You gotta build a lot of batteries if you want to sell a lot of EVs, and that's what's going on there. Next, a tweet from David Mitchell here at Flexible Dragnet. Let's look at the name John Lee Pettimore. Who's he? A real person? Nope, a fictitious character in a song. Not just any song, a song about copper. So what's going on here? So this John Lee Pettimore account has either blocked me or David Mitchell. Let's see. He blocked David Mitchell and not me for retweeting him. So this very, very long thread is FUD about mining for materials for electric vehicles. And it's just from a fake identity was the point of that tweet. So, good to know that. What I'm going to do at this point in the video is make this part 1, and I'll be right back with part 2.